Are these low carb diets like keto and carnivore and snake and what is it, lion diet, are they jacking up the thyroid? Let's get into it. Welcome everyone to my very humble life, because it's freezing outside, but it's sunny and it's beautiful, and I'm in a camper, but soon I'll be out. Now let's get into the thyroid health. I'm not going to give you a big huge thyroid lesson because that gets really boring, but let's just say that gland in your throat, well, it helps make thyroid hormone, signaled by the brain. And when you guys do these diets, that whole contraption of trying to get thyroid hormone, T3, the production of T3, thyroid hormone, into the cells, it's not just about making the damn hormone. It's about making sure that all of the hormones are correct, like T4, and that your antibodies are in check, your TPO antibodies, and that your thyroid stimulating hormone is not too high or too low. I know that's confusing, but let's get more into the symptoms. I just had a consultation with a guy. His hands were purple. I was like, dude, you're super hypothyroid. He's like, I know. I was like, you didn't write that in the fill out. And I mean, this is everything to do with your health. He said he booked the consultation because he was struggling and he wanted to optimize his health. But that's not going to happen with little purple fingertips. No, sirree. Or what is it? Numbness of the fingertips? That's a big one too. Now, if I sort of talk about the thyroid a little bit more, you could have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism or Hashimoto's. And Hashimoto's is when your body attacks the thyroid. Then people have it like radiated and removed and all this ridiculousness because y'all refuse to quit drinking your coffee, stressing, smoking cigarettes, staying up late at night, having your sugar carb cravings, binging, fasting. Fasting is a huge one to, create little problems in the old thyroid, but also your salads and your cruciferous vegetables raw, your broccoli, your cauliflower, asparagus, cabbage, they have a goitrogenic effect, and that can block the absorption of iodine. So iodine helps the production of these hormones like the T3. I know. You gotta look at everything. And people are too busy. Like the guy I had today, he's like, I'm busy. Busy? Honey child, I'm busy. But the couple things that I want to do is protect thyroid health, adrenal health, and reproductive health. Although I'm not having a baby, but I want to protect all those things at any cost. I don't care how busy I am, because if you're not healthy, neither is the rest of your life. You know what I mean? The symptoms are crazy, and how the carnivore diet and the ketogenic diet are connected to the dropping of these hormones. But hey, let's not get it twisted. You can make the hormones and it could look perfect and not be uptaking them into the cell. Basically, your body's not sucking them up into the cells. You get the thyroid testing, it looks perfect, but you still have all the symptoms. You walk out the door and you're fracked up. I know. As I'm doing this video, I start thinking more and more about all the clients that I have that are confused about their thyroid. I mean, there are the thyroid people that they are on these like T3 or T3 or Synthroid or levothyroxine or Armour or Nature-Throid or whatever thyroid desiccated anything for years. That's not normal. Because in nature, we're not supposed to be living on a bunch of pills. I don't care if they're synthetic or they're supplemental, we're not supposed to be living on it. And that's the big problem. We're not supposed to have cavities. We're not supposed to wear eyeglasses. And we are not supposed to have cancer and high blood pressure and all this weirdness. But we're not supposed to be having thyroid issues. Women are not supposed to be on HRTs, and men are not supposed to be on testosterone. But doctors are prescribing this, and they'll tell you, oh, if you don't get on this HRT, you don't have heart health. People, stop. Be very careful. We've been fooled our entire life, and it just continues, especially with these diets. If people are putting iodine in their coffee, I mean, this should be just an iodine rant or a thyroid rant. I should title it Stephanie's Thyroid Rant with carnivore, keto, snake, low carb, high fat, and lion diet. Those are all of them, and fasting. And Dr. Fungus fat pushing this garbage. I know, I'm being silly. But the point is that you have to understand the symptoms, and the symptoms are a lot. You could be depressed, moody, cranky, mood disorder, tired, connected to mood, wired and tired. You could have those purple fingertips. You could also be low iron, but you could also have the Raynaud's disorder. You could have the adrenal insufficiencies, the weight gain, or with hyperthyroidism, the weight loss. The sort of like crunkly, just ants are crawling all over your body feeling, like I know. There's a lot of different ones. There's heart palpitations. There is crappy sleep, blood sugar all over the place, low libido, can't gain any muscle. I mean, the thyroid symptoms go on and on, especially with this, messes up your mind. And yet, we're taught that this is normal, like a cavity. Not normal. Men, more and more, I'm consulting young men who've got thyroid issues. And then they go on keto and carnivore and it gets worse. I mean, worse. Like a catastrophe. So what happens? Well, people don't eat enough fat. And they eat too much protein. So not enough fat, they can't get into ketosis. So for those who just fell on my channel, ketosis is about eating high fat. It's not about fasting and making ketones. That's a misnomer because nobody's watching blood sugar. You have to eat fat, develop the enzymes to break down the fat, convert ketones in the liver, and get it into the Krebs cycle. And if that's not happening with your blood sugar bouncing, you ain't in ketosis. I don't care if you make the ketones. It's just like thyroid hormone. You may not uptake those ketones. Yeah. You have too much protein, can't get into ketosis, but you're still doing stuff. So your energy starts tanking, right? You're running on adrenals. Some people feel fine because they don't realize they're running on adrenals. But then there was a whole like keto and carnivore and like bulletproof coffee. And then doctors started promoting iodine drops in the coffee, not expecting like thyroid cancer and nodules and flipping to hyperthyroidism if they're hypo, taking all those concentrated drops of iodine, which some people try to argue with me in the comment section. I'm like, go ahead and take it. I ain't gonna stop you. But with that said, if you're not in ketosis and you're not getting enough iodine, you're at risk. Too much protein converts back into sugar, especially if you have poor digestion, which most people do. Most people have hypochlorhydria. I know. Then we don't sleep well. And we don't have enough enzymes to break down. Like if we don't have enough caloric acids in the stomach, we don't have enough protease. Then we can't break down all that steak. So then people eat a bunch of eggs. But the whites are high histamine. And everybody's trying to shortcut their way into success of a healthy body. But in the meantime, they're tanking their thyroid because they're not getting the energy that they need, either from carbs because they cut out the carbs, or from fat because they're eating too much protein and not enough fat. And you know what? The fat in the pan don't count unless you're cooking pork belly. And then you pour that fat back out into a mason jar. Otherwise, you have to add rendered fat. And if your gallbladder doesn't work, that's another reason people have thyroid problems on these low-carb diets. Because they never check their gallbladder. If you can't break the fat and uptake it, because lipase is low, because the gallbladder salts have turned into sludge, that's why you are experiencing problems with your thyroid. And so many people experience this and they don't know it. They become tired, so they drink coffee. Or they don't get any sleep, or the blood sugar's all over the place. Symptoms. All those symptoms of cold hands, cold feet, dry skin, dry hair falling out, constipation, numbness of the fingertips, ringing in the air, tinnitus, vertigo. You can't lose the weight even if you eat like 3 things, like 3 little small things under 100 grams or 100 calories. Or the weight just won't come off and you barely eat anything. Yeah, one of those people, the thyroid will try to slow you down. And you can drink the coffee and eat the chocolate with the caffeine and drink your matcha tea or green tea and make your thyroid worse. Because the gallbladder has to work properly. The liver has to work properly to even make the ketones. And these are the things you need to consider when the whole thyroid issues coming into play. Now, I just thought about this now because I just had a consultation. Some kind of disorganized, but that's okay. I just want to throw some concepts out there. The symptoms, look out for them on a carnivore diet. You're not in ketosis. Most of you. Most of you still eat too much protein and not enough fat. And then the gallbladder doesn't work, and then you don't fix the gallbladder. You're still eating all that protein with high blood sugar. Get a glucometer solution. Check your blood sugar. Up the fat to over 200 grams. Go to bed extra early. Take some short-term gallbladder supplementation, like, let's say, malic acid if you have sludge or stones, or do lemon water if you don't have a histamine response to it, or there's TUDCA or lipase if you have, no, lipase for everyone. Bile salts if you have no gallbladder, because you can do these diets if you don't have a gallbladder. And this is just a quickie. Not really. Nothing's quick. But my toes are freezing and I cannot focus with frozen toes in this camper. I've turned off all the heating so I could speak on this video without people saying, I can't hear you, because everything's blasting. So, like, here's my heater. Here's a little one right here. Ooh, it's cold. The more I talk, the more my brain's like, I can't think, it's too cold in here. Yeah, we're not good at 59 degrees inside the camper. I don't think so. No. That's with all of the heat off to do a video. But it's beautiful outside. I should show you guys. Look how pretty it is. It's a pretty day. And now I'm about to go visit my mother. Yes. This is Tennessee. See, like when the foliage goes away, you can start to see the house up there. Up there at the top of the hill. And then there's the back of my forest. Love it. It's so fabulous. The grass is still kind of green. Pretty cool. Comment below. Are you using the Lugos iodine that is toxic? Over time, too much. Short term, it's concentrated. That's the problem. Whereas things like seafood has iodine. You have to have iodine and selenium. Someone said, oh, selenium's bad for you. I was like, no. Opposite. Not enough selenium with iodine. Clusterfuck of a mess. Are you taking Lugos? Are you taking Element? Are you taking a bunch of powders and elixirs because you don't have time? I know. Are you hypothyroid? Do you have Hashimoto's? Are you hyperthyroid? Is your hair falling out? Is it getting dry, skin dry? Comment below, because I think a lot of you are. Do you have a gallbladder issue and you're not even able to actually break down and absorb the fat to get into ketosis? Is that why your ketones suck? Because it's ketones and blood sugar that must work together. And then the gallbladder. And then your liver. And then get the stress down, go to bed early. And that's how you pop into ketosis and get off the cheese and the nuts and the caffeine. And if I didn't say it already, Lugos. Stop eating them damn salads, my people. Got a thyroid issue. Block iodine from getting to the thyroid to help make the hormone. Comment below. Because the solutions are really easy. Just most people have a hard time changing their life. They like what's familiar. They like when they have control over things. Like, I don't like liver. Ooh, it tastes so bad. I don't like seafood. I don't like that. I don't eat too much fat. I don't want to get fat. That's the brain. That's the matrix brain. Crawl out of it. If you want your body to change, the mind has to change. It has to evolve. Too many people have thyroid problems that I consult, and they don't know it. They're like, I did the thyroid testing and it's fine. And I was like, your hair looks real thin. You can't get off the weight? Your fingertips are buzzing and they're purple? Can't focus? Mood disorder? Because nobody talks about the depression part of life. Comment below if this is you, because the solutions are so easy. And if they're not easy, go to my website, stephanieperson.com, and book a one-on-one, because I've been doing this shite for years. We're over 10,000 people now. I stopped counting. It's thousands of people. And we talk. I don't sit there and give you some arbitrary, already made up diet that I give it to everyone. Everything is individualized, because you guys all go through different stresses and have different gut health and gallbladder health. And then I'm building a house, but that's not all. That's a whole nother thing. And then I gotta go see my mom right now, and I need to get out because it's beautiful sunshine. Oh, I forgot, you need vitamin D. You need vitamin D for the thyroid, and you need liver for the vitamin C, because that helps thyroid hormone get into the cells. It's a whole thing. Yeah. My Instagram is Stephanie KETOGENIC. I'm silly today. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. My website is stephanieperson.com. And I'm out. I don't know, I kind of feel happy today. And when I'm happy, I'm hyper. But I want you guys to be well and not be duped. Energy at 57. I don't even know how old I am anymore. 57 going on 58. So cool. Peace.